What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be going over my last ranked game of the season where I absolutely popped off on the Fury in a Grandmaster game, I guess. The enemy team has UG, but he's playing top lane. If you guys didn't know, UG, jungler for Dragonsteel in the NACL, and just got picked up by Team Liquid. So, unfortunately, he's playing top lane. Well, it's fortunate for me, but unfortunate for him. But yeah, so pretty much, I don't know why this loading screen took forever, actually. But let's get into the game. Um, hmm, Playing against, I know this Bard. Uh, I actually went to Ohio State my first year of college, and this Bard was there. So I played with him before. And anyway, guys, what's really important is this game was my last game of the season. I needed to win this game to guarantee finish challenger, since yesterday was the last day of the season. So, um, pretty much, I told Cali Dino, the board, I was like, listen, bro, I need you to execute Order 66. If you watch Star Wars, you get that joke. But, jokingly, of course, guys, I would never win trade. But, I'm playing the Fury. Since I really had to get this win, I did pick Naafiri, even though Naafiri is the most broken champ in the game. That's why. Okay, I was desperate for LP. But if you guys are interested, I'm gonna, you know, talk a little bit about Naafiri and how I played this game, and also maybe talk about a little bit. I'm graduating in 10 days, so this might be, I don't know, this might be my last season of grinding ranked. It's my like third or fourth season. It's my third season in a row of finishing challenger, and my like fifth season of being challenger, and I need to get a job. So not sure what the future of this channel is. I love making these videos and like explaining my things. By the way, guys, smite the red buff early because your Q does more damage to low health targets. And I started Raptors to look for maybe a potential level 3 gank bot lane. Obviously, since my bot lane's pushed in, I'm just gonna keep full clearing. But yeah, I'm graduating. So if you guys didn't know, like, I've been on a scholarship at Ole Miss, the University of Mississippi, playing League for them, and we made it to the NACL. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to play because the team decided to start the new jungler that they brought in this semester to replace me after I graduate. But yeah, no, I mean, unless I go pro or something, I don't know how much I can commit time to playing League. I've been grinding job applications and stuff. So listen, if anyone's watching that needs a worker in computer science or cybersecurity or something, guys, hit me up. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, got pretty much 1 month left of my lease, and then I gotta go somewhere. So I'm looking top lane here because I pathed up. Looks pretty killable. So I just sit in this bush for a bit. Looks pretty diveable here. Jace does pop his biscuits though, which heals so much. And the Volibear face checks me here. So what's important when you're playing against Volibear, you kind of have to try to kite his you gotta kite his W so he doesn't heal off you, because if he W's you twice, he's gonna heal. And as Naafiri, you'll notice I saved my W until Jace jumped on me. So pretty much what that allowed me to do is dodge all of his damage, and then I could just, pretty much auto the Jace to death. Yeah, I mean, the thing that makes Naafiri so broken is just being able to use your E and W on short cooldowns and, being able to dodge all of their important cooldowns of the enemy team. But yeah. I've been thinking I might make like a last, jungle guide for my Patreon. I don't know if I'll have the time or not. Like a really in-depth jungle guide where I explain every single thing that I think about. Not really sure. But, hope you guys have liked my videos, and if you're interested in my kind of videos where I just talk about, I show my gameplay, I show, interesting gameplay from better players, jungle gameplay, and explain it to you guys as best as I can. Drop a subscription. I think we're at like 3.6k subscribers, which is not bad. That's why I don't really want to quit YouTube, So hopefully I can find a job that lets me still make YouTube videos. It's kind of crazy, like, I've been playing with Ole Miss for 2.5 years now, and we've done good. I haven't been able to win CLOL, unfortunately, but the boys are, I think they're in top 16 right now. So if you guys are interested in CLOL, it's like the Collegiate League tournament, and there's a top 64 or top 32 tournament, kind of like March Madness. That pretty much determines who's the CLOL champion every year, and it's happening right now. So the next match is this weekend. Obviously, I won't be playing, but I'll still be supporting the boys. What I am playing in right now, though, is you guys see here, I switched targets to the Jinx. So I knew that Bard would die, so I could be in ult range of the Jinx. Unfortunately, I think I misplayed that a little bit. It's all good. But yeah, pretty much. What I am playing in though is I'm playing with Prosperity Esports, which is just a small league organization, and I'm playing in the ACL with them. And at the on the 15th of next month, I think the open qualifiers for the NACL are happening. So I will probably be playing with the same group of guys in that. Try to maybe get into the NACL myself. So that'll be probably my last hurrah before I stop playing competitively. Unless a pro team picks me up, which they won't. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in watching me play competitively, I'll usually stream all those matches, so you can follow me on Twitch. I'm playing this Friday in the ACL. We're currently 3-0 in the Swiss stage. We just need one more win to make playoffs. So if we go 4-0, we'll be the first seed in playoffs. Which is the goal. And it's kind of interesting, like, whenever I jungled for Ole Miss, I kind of had to play a certain playstyle for the team. Pretty much I had to blind pick Wukong and Jarvan every game. But now on this team, I'm actually playing a lot of carries. which is really fun for me. Okay. Anyway, now that you have your Eclipse on the Fury, you can kind of start like playing more aggressive. But you'll notice, like, pretty much just like with any champion that has a strong ultimate, I'm trying to time all of my plays with my ultimate. Like, for example, here, I was kind of looking top this whole time while I was walking on the map. Especially when you're playing a champion like Naafiri, you should look at the lane that you're walking towards to start your clear. So I was like walking to my Gromp, so I should look top just to see if there's something you can get. And this guy tries to fight me. I dodged his, his W with my W, and well, I played with my cooldowns and I was able to kill him. Fortunately, Bard is kind of impossible to chase. That secures us the Void Grubs. And I like to use my Smite. If you're not being contested, use your Smite on Void Grubs to get them low. So you can Q 2 of them that are low. That's what I noticed the Korean Naafiri does. And now, since I spent a lot of time there getting those kills. Well, number one, my ult is up, so I'm still going to look top to see if there's a play. So right here, boom, he's half health. So that tells me, yes, I can dive. And as Naafiri, you always want to start the dive. Because once you kill him, you just W, and the tower is not hitting you anymore. Sorry guys, it's allergy season, so my eyes kind of hurt. But now I can recall I have a lot of gold. All my camps are up, but I'm playing Naafiri. I'm really trying to incorporate that Korean Naafiri's playstyle of skipping camps when you have your ult and you're strong. Instead of just always doing your camps in between. You can find these good plays. Here, unfortunately this was warded. It's kind of hard to kill Azir anyway, but I'll just take this wave since Tristana died. Then I kind of look for something cheesy, but this Azir respects me, so will not be able to get the kill there. Pretty much, I'm trying to create pressure here. I don't really want to go to my Krugs because they're isolated. Like, somebody took my Raptors, so I don't really want to go to my Grubs right now, or my Krugs. And, then there's nothing near the Krugs, if you know what I mean. So instead, I'll try to create some pressure in the enemy jungle and for the enemy laners. And this way, I'm doing a lot more than I would be just doing my Krugs. I take their blue, I make this Bard have to, like, try to hit the blue away from me. And now I'm here. I had pressure in their jungle as Dragon spawned, which makes it a lot less sketchy to actually do it. Creates pressure for my Balling to push. And yeah, it's kind of like the thought process there. Balling dies anyway, but I have ult, so I'm ready for this play. Yeah, just take that free kill. Take the tower. Boom, first tower. Right before Azir got his. Since I just killed them, I see Volbar top. I'm gonna take their Gromp. My prize for making a good play. Now, I'm kind of like... I'm still not farming. I'm just... this is kind of illegal pressure by this guy. And you guys are gonna see why, Naafiri can be so good if you learn how to play her. Just watch this. So that was kind of a mind game. You didn't notice what happened? I W'd the Azir's engaged because I thought he was going to ult me, but he knew that I would W, so he was gonna flash ult me afterwards. So I predicted his flash. But yeah, so now farm my camps finally, get my black cleaver. Now I just want to try to get on the map, try to hit level 11 as fast as I can, and make my next play with my ult. I see that just Jace is pushed up way too far. Quickly do the blue. Since my Fizz hit his ult, I kind of knew that I didn't have to use my ult. Now, guys, so I was really excited to tell you guys about this trick with Naafiri, and I'll talk about it when we get to it. I don't know why this guy thinks he can invade me. It's really weird. But I guess it works out for him. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this. So look at the eye. If you guys didn't know, auto attacks reduce the cooldown of the eye popping up, and Naafiri's dogs make the eye pop up instantly. So every like second, it's popping up, and the herald dies in like literally 10 seconds. But I'm not kidding. They just removed that. Now only champion auto attacks reduce the eye cooldown in the new season. So, oopsie. Here, I just wait for Jace's flash before ulting him. You never want to, you know, you never want to lead with your ult if you don't have to. If that makes sense. If you are in a position to flank them and force them to use something, like a dash or a flash, then you should make them use that and then ult to follow. Or what you can do as well is if you're in a fight, if you're in a fight and you see that someone is dying, you can ult someone else, and then if that person dies while you're dashing, you'll get another dash. So you can double dash on the same person. I hope that makes sense. I just dropped Herald here. Honestly, I thought this mid tower was lower than it actually was. Yeah, just controlling their bot side jungle again before dragon spawns. But she's not on recalls for some reason. Of course, that guy's flash. My Mundo's a Giga Chad wins that. Do the dragon. Never mind. I do the dragon, but I get off since I see these guys are fighting and it's close. You guys see, this is kind of what it takes to be a challenger jungler. Is like, you have to notice these things. And it, you don't need F keys. When I'm doing this dragon here, look, you see how like here, I just pan my camera over because while I'm doing the dragon, I'm looking at I'm trying to pay attention to the map and see what's going on. And I see the Jace is fighting, so I look there instantly. So you gotta think while I'm doing the dragon, I'm not actually looking at the dragon. I'm looking at the right of my screen, at my map. And then if I see something interesting, like people fighting, then I pan my camera over it just to see what's going on. And then we go back to the dragon. So I hope that makes sense. I think it's pretty important to get good at. And it's really not that not the hardest thing to get to learn. My W was almost up here. I could have lived. Finally get a shutdown on me. My bad. But we did win the fight really hard, and we did get the outcon. Pretty good. Moving Death Stance here because they have a decent amount of AD damage. The Volibear went AD this game. Now, I kind of see that the Jace is pushed up, so I go straight for the Jace kill. Pretty much, like, Naafiri can punish people that are pushed up like this so much. It's about how fast she is. And at this point, I don't care about my jungle. I only care about denying the enemy team from their jungle. Now, once we are starting to recall, I walk back to my jungle. I see Azir here. He's kind of strong. He's like the only strong person on their team, so I gotta respect that. I'm really looking at my ult cooldown right now, and I'm just trying to heal off this blue. Predict his ult. Naafiri's pretty good into Azir if you can just predict his ult, pretty much. Now I do some of my camps. There's a fight happening bot lane. I run to that. This Mundo is absolutely mogging them. I get stuck in a trap because I'm a noob. But I get my ult reset. Boom. Now I can take all of his camps again. Push this guy out. Almost got my Lulu killed here. Walk back into their bot side jungle as Dragon is spawning. Decide to kill this guy. I know he has no ult. That's another kill for me. Walk back here. The enemy team's like trying to do some desperate play while Armundo's pushing top. So my plan right now is just to play slow, not die, and stop them from recalling. The Zir just one-shots me though. I just try to heal off the Raptors real quick. And they trade 1 for 1. Oh, good. I'll just do the dragon on my own. My Mundo is like in their base. He got both towers. Now I recall I spend my 3k gold. Get upgraded boots this game just because I have a lot of money. And yeah, now we just gotta push them out and do Baron pretty much. As soon as we take their camps, I'm ready to do Baron. Once we get Baron, so what we should do here, it's like this is like a Grandmaster Challenger lobby, so I expect people to know. But if I pause the game right here and ask you guys, what do you think is the best way to use this Baron to end the game? And there's like, there's like, there's two real options. Option 1, which is what I thought we were doing, is you push mid lane as 4, and then Mundo pushes bot lane. And then once Mundo has gotten this wave pushed up all the way to their tower over here, that's when we start hitting the towers so that they have to choose which tower to defend, and eventually they will lose one or both. The second thing, since we got their towers on their nexus, we could literally all five of us just walk top lane with our wave and 5v5 them if we think we're strong enough. And just 5v5 and take their nexus. But instead, we all group up mid lane. Like, I'm expecting my Mundo to walk bot here. We're just grouped up mid. And against an Azir Jinx. And they just kind of one-shot the wave. So eventually, that Tristana just dies. My Mundo dies. I mean, this is the best position for them to fight, is if we're 5-manning their turret. So my whole team dies. Guys, mind you guys, this is my game to be guaranteed finishing challenger this season. And my team just did that. So I decided to, I decided to keep us in the game. So now I'm feeling kind of desperate. Dude, all their champs just kind of one-shot my dogs. So we're mid lane for some reason. And we just get poked out again. This Baron was just completely wasted. Probably my worst play of the game. I don't have my W up and I ult her. And she lives. Probably the worst thing I could have done. I was hoping my team would just be able to kill Jinx and Endo. But of course not. So now I'm terrified, guys. If I lose this game, I have to keep playing to try to get back to Challenger. So, get back on the map. Got my Spear Shojin. I'm level 18. Not going to get much stronger than this. I decide to hold this pink ward. So I ping my team that I want to hold this pink ward. So they know that I'm going to go in if they mess with this pink ward. And if Fizz gets an amazing engage on the Jinx, one-shot the Jinx, one-shot the Jace, flash in, and that's a wrap. 18, 3, and 13, right? If I get this assist. 18, 3, and 13, guys. And we finish another season in Challenger. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching.